Hi, Jerry Ewing here at HRH Prog with the Enid. Great to see you guys. You're playing this evening. Let's go to Joe. Ask you what can we expect from your performance this evening?
Well, today we've made quite a brave decision to drop a lot of the really early Enid instrumental stuff, and we're having a much more focused set, which is promoting the Enid as we are now. So you're going to get a lot more stuff from Invicta, which was our last release, some stuff from Dust, which is coming up later in the year, and the soon-to-be-released Bridge album. There's a little taster of that as well. So it's
something from Journey's End as well, because this is all about the Journey's End trilogy. Now, this album was started without Joe, and so. But Invicta and the forthcoming Dust will all be part of that. And then, of course, we'll have an opportunity to revisit Journey's End and prepare a role for Joe in that as part of the sort of end of the trilogy thing. And we're going to be hearing a little bit of that tonight as well.
Now, you're currently in the middle of touring, and you're doing these really sort of special Bridge concerts. Do you want to tell me a bit more about those?
Yeah, sure. So basically, this was my concept with everybody else's really hard work to pull it off. But the idea being that we needed to become more than just a rock band, to take it to the next level and start pushing ourselves to put on theatrical type performances, which also challenged the mind. So they have a really big context with everything, and it runs seamlessly, so you're not just having multiple different little ideas that pop up along the way. They all run into each other, and they all feed into each other in a way where each track is chosen because it's a consequence of the last track, if that makes sense.
It does. It's pretty ambitious, but then the Enid are certainly known for taking an ambitious approach to creating music.
The Bridge is a bridge between a lot of things. It's the bridge between my life, which is coming to an end, and their life, Joe's life, which is just beginning. It's the bridge between that uncomfortable world of the arts and entertainment. It's a bridge across the political spectrum. It's that journey that we make from life into death, and all of those things. So the bridge is about all of these areas that we come across in our day-to-day lives, for which there is some kind of boundary between them. And that's really what it's about. And it's one of those concepts which you can just take it as you find it and say, oh yeah, that's pretty. Oh yeah, that's nice. Or you can say, hang on. Oh yeah, I get that. So it's not entirely A-level rock. You know, there's plenty there for all, but it isn't trying to be all things to all people. It's trying to be one thing, because content is the one ingredient that is missing, even from the very best progressive artists that we have at the moment. Beautifully produced, wonderfully played, beautifully packaged, wonderfully everything else, but content is a problem still, and we need to try and encourage the idea that content actually is the thing that gives you the immortality.
Well, it certainly sounds like, and obviously I'll get to see it tonight for the first time. I know obviously Prog Magazine have already run a review. Malcolm Doan went to see you guys in Tring, I think, and came back with glowing reports. It's certainly what you're doing at the moment seems to be going down incredibly well with your audiences, which obviously must make you very happy because they're getting what you're trying to do, and obviously it's just quite a personal thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know what people were going to make of it at all. Especially in the past, we've made big changes in how the unit is perceived, and some people love it and carry forward with us, while others go, right, this isn't for me anymore, and they wander off. But you know, the fact that people are getting it is great, because the point of it is that it should encourage you to critically think. And I think our audience is full of really intelligent people that are able to create a meaning for themselves. They don't need it to be really, really obvious what it is. You don't need to dress it up as this is exactly what it is. They can create their own meaning for something, and that's what the bridge show is. It really, really is whatever you want it to mean.
And this is why I love Joe's lyrics, because they are full of meaning in a poetic sense, but there is no explanation for them. So you can impose what meaning you find within them. And I think that's the perfect way that the music should be complemented. Actually, yes, we're very good at doing this. Sharp distance. I remember that lyric. What the hell does it mean? It doesn't mean anything, really. It's just a wonderful thing to sing. And I think that his lyrics are about the music of the words, and everything just flows from that. They're instinctive, not intellectual.
Let's bring some of the other guys in. What's it like to actually be playing this sort of new? I was going to say more adventurous, but you can't say more adventurous, because the Enid have always been one of the most adventurous musical bands I think that we've ever heard. But what's it like? Would it take performing this bridge set these days?
Well, it still requires all the same sort of approach to and dedication to a delicate touch. The music's always required, but it does mean that you have to kind of be very aware of how much intensity to bring, at which point to sort of complement the overall context of the performance. So, I mean, I'm having a lovely time, basically. So, one way of putting it.
And as I say, this rush of Enid, new Enid music that we're getting. You said the Bridge album, and another album to follow.
Yes, so Dust is the third in the trilogy following Journey's End and Invicta. It was going to be called Reset, but we had a rethink of the concept, and the word dust just fell perfectly into place regarding absolutely every single detail that we were working towards. So Dust is now the title. The Bridge is more of a... It's an opportunity for us to develop in preparation for Dust, because the feedback from Invicta was so good that we really felt that we needed to... I personally as well really felt that I needed to learn so much more about what I do with the band in order to feel prepared to take it up a step.
I mean, the Enid have always been a remarkably unique outfit in the way you've thought about things, the way you've created things, and the way you've sounded. And that's something that really sort of, all these years down the line from when the band first started out, seems to be so much still at the very core of what you do. I'm very important to you to retain that.
Yeah, I mean, I think if we ever stopped living together, it would break down completely, because we have to see each other every day, be able to discuss things every day.
On the same wavelength, basically. So when we're making an album, we talk about bits of it at breakfast and things. When something pops in your head, if everyone else is there, then it's great, because then everyone's continuously part of the creative kind of train of thought.
The sort of real, what I call the embryonic creativity, the things from which then the kind of architecture of the music comes from. We do all that in Germany. In fact, we're going over there for 2 months shortly to get Dust put to bed as far as the creative side is concerned, and then comes all the music. Because actually, creating the music is not the same thing as composing it. Ultimately, we have to get the concept right. We have to get all the melodic content and harmonic content and rhythmical content prepared for the whole album, so that it's all integrated, so it isn't just this and then that and then, oh, here's another one, and what can we do next? Oh, I know, we'll I've got something in my bottom drawer that we didn't use last time. You know, it's nothing like that. You have to get all that, and then you have to work from the ground up and build all that and make it all work together. And that often is the ticklish bit. You know, it's where you go. It's like architects must have problems where you're going to put the lift shafts, you know, where are the toilets going to be, you know, all those things. It's all very nice having a nice drawing room and all of that sort of thing. You actually got to think about how everything really is going to work, and the drainage and all those things are obviously metaphorically speaking. But there's a lot of stuff that you do, that you put your heart into, that you think this is, and you realise, actually, this is not appropriate for this album. At all, we'll have to discard it, and a lot of that happens.
Well, I have to say, it's actually fantastic to see you guys here. I can't wait to see you live later on. But I mean, I think even better, and I think every Enid fan will agree, just the the creative vibe that's surrounding the band at the moment. I wish you just the very best of luck with all of the projects.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jerry. Thank you very much.